Okay, hello there, welcome back. This is a quickie one before Easter, basically. It's the last video before Easter. Basically, it's of the Bond series. I'm not going to go into detail about the films or anything because they're pretty much the same film. So there's like 20, how many is there, 25 now or something? Or is there 25 coming up, or is there 30? I don't know. I mean, there's so many. There's official ones, unofficial ones. And it's basically variation, the same kind of plot and same kind of genre. It's more variation on genre because they change the plots now a bit more. But I just thought it'd be a fun thing because there's a good chance a few of the people watching this are going to watch a Bond film over Easter holidays because it's a fun way to watch. It's a fun kind of thing to do in Easter. I thought it'd be good to just chat about Bond films because it's kind of a shallow subject. And everyone's got their own favourite Bond, including me. So I grew up in 70s, 80s, so I grew up with the Roger Moore and then Timothy Dalton Bonds before it fell away. I saw the Connery ones and the Lazenby one on TV at the same time, so it was this weird mix of seeing like the late Roger Moore films from Fear Eyes Only onwards on the cinema, seen the rest of them on TV, and then pretty much then on just catching the Bond films in the cinema as they were released. I think I've seen all of them in the cinema. Apart from A View to a Kill, I think. I'm not sure if I saw Living Daylights in the cinema either, but I saw most of the other ones in the cinema. But even those two, I'm not sure. Didn't I? My memory says no, but I could be wrong. I kind of the feeling when Living Daylights came out, I missed it because I was ill or something like that. Like we did in the local cinema. I think I was off sick or something when it came out in the local cinema. Because I've got a local cinema, it's not a multiplex or anything. Especially that time when it was released. So you missed it in a week, you miss it. Or 2 weeks or whatever. Anyway, so that's my past of Bond. I'm a fan of Bond films, but I don't watch them all the time. I enjoy them, they're fun. You're British, you can't see the Bond films. It's one of those kind of family thing. People just watch Bond films. I mean, everyone loves the Bond films, or either likes them or tolerates them. I read some of the books as well because I was into the Bond films as a teenager, so I read some of the books. But it's not like I've really kept up with the books or kept on reading the books. I haven't read all of them. I've only read a small amount of them. I haven't read the unofficial ones, or the official ones by other writers later. I never bothered with any of that. I just watched them, the films as they came out. So I've got Bonds I like, Bonds I don't like. It's kind of like Doctor Who really, where there's ones you like, ones you're not so keen on. But when you're in a period of the making where actors you're not so keen on the part, you just tolerate them until someone replaces them. That's just the way you do it. So basically, obviously I like Sean Connery. Sean Connery is the one you see, like, that's Bond. I was massively into his films. Even now, I think they're such good films. I think Bond films from the start till Match of the Secret Service, those, like, all of those are golden Bond films. Like, if you like Bond, you're going to have a fun time with those. I mean, all the Connery ones, apart from Diamonds Are Forever, really. And even that's not that bad. It's just, it's obviously made at a lesser time and it's not as good, but it's still enjoyable. It's still a fun movie. It's just not quite on the same level as the rest of them. But I mean, From Russia with Love is probably my favourite. From Russia with Love and My Secret Service from the early period are my favourites. And I'm a big fan of Connery's Bond. I like Lazenby because he was Bond from My Secret Service. I think he was a key part of it working because he was a different type of Bond. I always viewed Bond as new actor, new universe. That's it, there's no link. That's it. Makes it simple. And I mean, From Russia with Love's terrific. Goldfinger's great. I mean, I don't rate it as high as some people do. I'm more a From Russia with Love fan. I like the more realistic ones a bit more. But it's still wonderful. It's still cheeky. It's still great. I mean, Thunderball's great fun. It's underrated actually because the underwater stuff people thought was garbage when it was released, but now I think it paces really well and it works really well. You Only Live Twice is good fun. I mean, all those early stuff, Doctor No, they're all great fun. Then we get to the Moore ones, and the Moore ones is kind of split for me in a sense that I love Roger Moore's Bond. I think, well, at that period when I was too serious for it, I was thinking, oh no, he's not Connery. But then you look back and it's like, yeah, he's Tiny Mickey, but it's fun though. The raised eyebrow, the cheesy one-liners, the rampant misogyny in some of them is quite shocking now. But there's a weird charm to them. They're like watching your dad play Bond, that kind of thing. It doesn't work in lots of ways, but it works in other ways. And sometimes it's not the way it was intended. But it's wonderful. I mean, if a Moore Bond's on TV, I'd happily watch it. I've got them all on Blu-ray. I've got all the Bond films on Blu-ray. But the Moore ones I would happily watch. They're really great fun, especially some of the early ones. Because I mean, pretty much at a certain point you're too old to the part, but they didn't replace them. It was like two films too many. I mean, after Moonraker, it was easy to replace them. After even from Your Eyes Only, which you looked too old for, but still a fun film, that was fine. Then onwards, Octopussy's getting really old, and from View to a Kill, he's really, really old. He's like, he should not be playing this part anymore. This is embarrassing. But even all the way up to Octopussy, there's still a charm to Roger Moore's Bonds that I really get, I really enjoy. Even though they're campy sale, they're really fun though. It's like, so Roger Moore stuff is lots of fun, if cheesy. Cheesy is Roger Moore's most perfect style, which is great. I mean, I really love Roger Moore films. You know, especially the Bond, cheesy Bond ones. I mean, there's one, The Man with the Golden Gun, might just be the cheesiest film ever made. Really is. It's so cheesy. Highly recommended. But you have to realise that this film has like about 2 minutes of plot for, and a bit, I don't know how many minutes of action that's completely unmotivated, but it's fun. So there you go. And it has the worst Bond girl ever, because she's a moron whole way through it. But the Roger Moore films are a special time. And I see, weird way it's easy to talk about those than the Connery ones. The Connery ones are pretty straight, they're very sarcastic, they're very to the point. Connery's very competent, very cool, great one-liners, very sarcastic. The leading ladies are a lot better, they're much more ready for him, but he's much more ready for dealing with them and dealing with situations and dealing with people lying to him, and you know, he's way more callous, way more calculating, but just a lot of fun. Moore's much more soft and self-indulgent, and the films reflect that. It's just the way it is, really. Like, the thing with Diamonds Are Forever is because it's a sort of like a Sean Connery doing a Roger Moore film, that's why it's a bit weirder. They've moved into the Roger Moore era without casting Roger Moore yet, which is the problem. Then in the 80s, they moved towards more realism in the 80s, but they still had Roger Moore for a long time, when it would have been much better off if they just cast Timothy Dalton earlier. Like, if they cast him from like Few Eyes Only onwards, like those films would have worked a lot better, they would have been more fresh, and you needed someone driving them in a way Roger Moore couldn't drive them. So they became something weirder. So when Timothy Dalton took over, Living Daylights is like a very refreshing, very different. And same with License to Kill. Those two films are really solid, really good Bond films. Dalton's taking characters seriously. There's far less one-liners. The plots are on point, and plots keep to the point, and are very driven. The suspense sequences work because they have a realistic milieu to them now. Everything just works. Everything's just wonderful. They're very 80s in location, but they're kind of, they hark back to a kind of nostalgia for like 60s spy movies where everything was serious and there was no one-liners or anything like that. It was much more, just a very refreshing film, but there were films out of time because people weren't making those kind of films in the 80s, and it became this thing of they were too old-fashioned, and Dalton played the part too seriously for the general audience. through I used to Roger Moore campiness, and I think it just didn't stick. It just really became this problem. It was like, that's not Bond anymore. That's because he was more serious than even Connery was, which I really liked. I mean, the two Dalton films are two of my favourite of the Bond films. They really work. I mean, they were the films that were key for the Daniel Craig era. Those were the films that were like, we're doing them again, type of thing. I think because that didn't work, I had to go back to my least favourite era of the Bond films. I mean, it was almost like the Dalton era was kind of like the two films for people who liked more serious Bond to really go back to while the Pierce Brosnan era was going on. Because this was like the worst of both worlds. I mean, the Brosnan era is easily my least favourite of the Bond films. They're the worst. They suck. They really do. And I hope if you're a fan of them, you're ashamed of yourselves. But yeah, they're the worst of the Bond era for me. I really dislike them. I mean, there's 2 out of 4 that I think are watchable Bond films, and there's 2 that are unwatchable. I mean, I don't hate Brosnan. I don't think he's a totally interesting actor, but I mean, he had been in films I like. I loved Mars Attacks, where he's a supporting part, and he's really funny in that one. I really liked the Thomas Crown Affair remake. It really worked. John McTiernan directing it. I really enjoyed the one maybe John Boorman, Taylor of Panama. I mean, there are good films he's made during the Bond period, but his Bond kind of sucked. It was too soft. He was trying to be a mix of Connery and Roger Moore, and he never found his own personality for Bond. He just felt like every other Bond actor put a stamp on it. This is me playing Bond. Brosnan was like, this is me imitating someone else playing Bond, and it just never really worked. It just felt like he's tried to do Connery a bit in these little moments, but he can't do that. Whenever he's trying to be tough, he's trying to be Connery, but it doesn't work because he's not tough. He tries to do Roger Moore kind of one-liners, but he's not Roger Moore either. Roger Moore could get away with shockingly bad one-liners and still make it fun. I mean, some of the one-liners of Roger Moore era are shocking, but he makes them work. Pierce Brosnan can't do that. It's just whenever he's trying to be that guy, he just comes across as smarmy and just like he's waiting for a mirror to come so you can look in the mirror again or something. It's just like it's just horrible, and it just doesn't work. It's just like he's this kind of actor trying to play a part but he's not right for. I mean, GoldenEye and The World Is Not Enough are the 2 kind of decent ones because they have decent villains that propel, and the actors playing the villains who kind of push them a bit more. Like Sean Bean in GoldenEye is a villain. He's a much more serious actor, so he can push Brosnan so that it's a straight line of there's enough seriousness. So yeah, so Brosnan's doesn't go well for his films. I mean, they made money and all, but it's like, unless you're born in that era, you know, or grew up in that era, yes, who's the best Bond? Is anyone really going to say Brosnan? Because everyone else is more distinctive. Even if you're like something Timothy Dalton, he's distinctively a certain kind of Bond. So is Roger Moore, so is John Connery. Brosnan's this kind of bland thing. I just feel sorry for people who grew up in the 90s as Brosnan's a Bond. I just think, yeah, you got a rough deal. You didn't get one of the good Bonds, so you're just kind of, you know, it's kind of like growing up with Doctor Who when, you know, in the 90s where he wasn't on, you know. You get that one Paul McGann movie. It's that kind of level of, oh, you poor bastard. You know. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of Brosnan films. I really enjoy taking the mickey out of them and taking the mickey out of people who like them. I really enjoy doing that because I just don't enjoy those films. It's like, if I'm going to watch a Bond film, they would be the last ones I'd watch. Because the two bad ones, the Tomorrow Never Dies and the last one he made, those were unwatchable. Those are bad. Those just, one with an invisible car, and it's like, this is so embarrassing. This is just, I mean, they just meander on and just blow stuff up, and there's no character to them. It's even like the other Bond films, they don't even like their own Bond. It's like, yeah, just go away, will you? And it's like, surely, I mean, I'm not a fan of Brosnan, but surely you should show him a bit more respect than these 2 films do, because he just kind of like, I'm not going to do anything with you. We're just going to put you in this and we're going to do bugger all with you. It's that kind of thing where it's like, it's film showing contempt for his own lead actor. It's like, I'm not a Brosnan fan, but he deserves better than this. This is like the forgotten he exists in these films. So yeah, Brosnan was kind of the bad era. I don't even blame him completely for that. I mean, I don't think he figured out a real way to play Bond, but I think the films themselves were like, people's hearts weren't in it. Like, they wanted to do the more serious stuff, and they were stuck doing these ones, and it was like, you could tell they did not want to be there sometimes. Then finally we get to Daniel Craig's Bond. A real return to the darker, more serious Bond. A welcome return for people like me. And there's been 4 so far, there's the 5th one coming. I think this is the last one coming up. I think 5 for Bond, 5 movies of Bond, probably the optimum. Because I think after that they get bored. I think Connery did 6, and his last one was like, I've had enough of this. And Roger Moore went on for too long with 7, and the last 2 you didn't need. So I think 5's about right. Daniel Craig ones I've liked 3 out of the 4. I mean, Casino Royale is some of my favourite of his. I really like Casino Royale. The 2 Sam Mendes ones are really enjoyable. I mean, Skyfall's a lot of fun, but I think there's a lot of plot holes. And Spectre get a lot of hassle by some of the fans, but I really enjoyed Spectre. It's not perfect, but I still enjoyed it. It was still a nice old school Bond film. Quantum of Solace is one of those ones where it's like, there's good bits in it, but there's also some dodgy bits in it too. It's like, it just felt, it didn't come together, but there were some nice moments, but it just felt like it was weakly directed. It was directed more for style than for substance, and you know, that just didn't work, especially following up Casino Royale, which had real substance and a real story to it. And the ones that followed later put a lot of effort into making Bond a more serious character and having consequences, but still having some of the Bond style. And this Quantum of Solace was this kind of one. It just never came together. You know, it did feel like a Brosnan era Bond film in a lot of ways, because it felt that vagueness to it. But the rest of them seemed much more on point. But the Daniel Craig era is lots of fun, because I mean, Craig plays Bond subtly and mean and nasty and beats people up. But he still has a sense of humour. It's a darker sense of humour, but still there. He has a kind of blunt instrument, and he does beat the crap out of a lot of people. But he's really enjoyable, because he does go back to the Connery and Dalton Bond in the sense of, he will do bad stuff to people. He will be very ruthless if he needs to be, which I think you need for Bond. But if you're not going to do that, you have to do Roger Moore. The stuff in between just does not work for me. I just think you need to have something that's you need a bit of brutality. It's maybe a spy. I mean, it's a fantasy thing. It's not real at all. I mean, spies are more like John le Carre stuff than this. But if you're going to do the fantasy, you should really do the fantasy, but have enough reality so that will power it. You know, you don't need reality for lots of these movies. You just need the tint of reality to make them compelling. Same way a sports movie doesn't need to be realistic, it just needs to feel realistic enough to get the story across. You know, but if you make it too far over the top, it loses a lot. If you make it too realistic, it's not satisfying either. You need to have like a weird mix. So that's my view on the Bond films. My favourite Bond movie is still Her Majesty's Secret Service. It's still the Lazenby one, because I think it's a beautiful, sad movie. It's wonderful, wonderfully done. I didn't really focus on this one as much, because I liked one of the Bond films, but why do I like that one the best? I like Lazenby's Bond because he's a bit more insecure and a bit more human. But also like the fact that it's a sad movie and it's mysterious and it's got this weird element to it, but also it's great action scenes. I mean, they have like all the avalanche stuff and all the bobsled stuff's all great. Telly Savalas a fun Blofeld. He's probably the most fun Blofeld, and it's just nuts. And the whole idea of him blackmailing the world to get a pardon, it's that everything in that film just works. It's absurd, but it just works so well. It's just such a wonderful film. It's just like the Connery ones. It's one you can just chuck on and really enjoy. It's just fun. It's a great mix of fantasy but it's not going too far over the top, and there is enough emotion to keep you going. Now, that's the thing I try to get back to now. Sometimes it works better than others, but I think they resisted that. I think they realised the Roger movie had gone too far in one direction. They've tried to push back from then on. Sometimes successfully, sometimes not. And sometimes I think it's been successful, but it hasn't been commercially successful, like the Dalton one. And sometimes I think it's been commercially successful, but not artistically, which is the Pierce Brosnan ones. But they seem to have a good thing going now, so I'm interested to see who takes over. I think Bond's kind of in the case of, it's always in danger of just becoming obsolete because it's an old character. They always have to try and reinvent it in an interesting way. I'll be interested to see what they do with it next. I think you can do a lot with it. I mean, I think you can have a lot of fun with it. It's just like you have to make whatever change is going to be next work within the context of the world. Find a world that works for your new Bond, and just go for it really. Just find the mix of reality and fantasy that will work for this kind of weird genre thing that's kind of spy movie, but kind of its own thing at the same time. So I hope you enjoyed that. I thought I just want to do something light and silly for just before Easter, and I thought, well, Bond films, people might be watching them. So that's that reason. I couldn't really do individual ones because I think, how can you talk about Roger Moore era for 10 minutes? How the hell can you talk about Pierce Brosnan for more than 5 minutes, his era? It's like, it would be impossible, so I just did them all in one. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you had some fun with this video, and we're back soon with some more videos.